Hello dear children, today we are going to learn lesson number 10, that is space mission. The objective of the lesson are concept of space mission, artificial satellites, classification of artificial satellites, orbits of artificial satellites launch vehicles, and a space mission away from the Earth. These all are the objectives of the lesson. Let's begin with the first one, that is space mission. More than thousands of artificial satellites have been placed into orbits around the Earth. Space missions have been undertaken for close observation of various objects in our solar system. A space mission is categorized into two types. In one type of space mission, the object is to put artificial satellites in orbits around the Earth for research and various other useful applications. The objective of the second type of space mission is to send the spacecrafts to outer space for close observation and understanding of the objects in the solar system. Let's begin the need and importance of a space mission. The world become global village due to the space mission. We can contact any person in the world within seconds. We know very well the importance of internet. We can gather information about worldwide events sitting at home. Due to the internet, every information is available at our fingers. It becomes possible to get advanced alert about natural calamities and take proper precautions. It is also possible to get information about the actions of the enemies through aerial surveillance using satellites. It is also possible to explore the fossil reserves and minerals in the earth. There are unlimited applications of space mission. Let's begin the new topic, that is artificial satellites. Dear children, there are two types of satellites, natural satellite and artificial satellites. Natural satellite is an astronomical object orbiting the Earth or any other planet. Artificial satellite is a man-made object which revolves around the Earth or any other planet. The first artificial satellite was sent to space by Soviet Union in 1957, as shown in the figure. Today, more than thousands of artificial satellites are orbiting the Earth. The satellites work on solar energy. We know that it's a machine, and machine needs the energy to move around. That's why in satellites there is an solar panel. This solar panel helps the satellites to get energy. Solar panels are attached to the satellites like wings on both the sides. Instruments are installed in the satellites to receive and transmit signals from and to the Earth. On the basis of their functions, satellites are classified into different types. One such satellite is shown in the figure. Signals transmitted from the Earth to the satellite and from satellite to the mobile tower and mobile phone are also shown in the picture. These satellites are sent into the space to perform various functions. Satellites are classified into different categories. Number 1. Weather satellite. Weather satellite helps to predict the weather parameters. For example, INSET and GSET. These are the names of Indian satellite series. Second is communication satellite. Communication satellite is established for communication and different locations in the world through the use of specific waves. The examples of Indian satellite series are INSET and GSET. Third is broadcast satellite. Broadcast satellite is used for telecasting of television programs. Fourth type is navigational satellites. Navigational satellite fix the location of any place on the Earth's surface in terms of its latitude and longitude. Military satellites. Military satellites collect information for security aspects. And last one is Earth observation satellites. Earth observation satellite is used to study forests, deserts, oceans, polar ice on the Earth's surface, exploration and management of natural resources, observation and guidance in case of natural calamities like earthquake. Let's begin the new topic, that is orbits of artificial satellites. Dear children, we know that artificial satellites do not revolve in similar orbits around the Earth. The function of satellite decide the height of the satellite's orbit from the Earth's surface. The nature of the orbit either circular or elliptical, and whether the orbit shall be parallel to equator or making some angle with it. To put these satellites in its specific orbit, satellite launching vehicles or satellite launches are introduced. The satellite is given a specific velocity known as critical velocity or VC in a tangential direction to the orbit. As shown in the figure, satellite starts revolving around the Earth. The formula for velocity can be derived as mass of satellite m is revolving around the Earth in an orbit of height h with the speed vc, then a centripetal force m Vc square upon r will act on it. Here, r is the orbital radius of the satellite from the center of the earth. Centripetal force is equal to gravitational force between the earth and satellite. mvc square upon capital R plus h is equal to capital G capital M small m upon R plus h bracket square. Therefore, Vc square is equal to Gm upon R plus h. So, Vc is equal to under root Gm upon R plus h. We know very well G is equal to gravitational constant, M mass of the earth, R radius of the earth, h height of the satellite orbit above the earth surface, and R plus h, that is radius of the orbit of satellite. Depending on the height of the satellite's orbit above the earth surface, satellite orbit are classified as high earth orbit, low earth orbit and medium earth orbit. Let's see the first one, high earth orbit. If the height of the satellite's orbit above the earth surface is greater than or equal to 35,780 kilometers, the orbit is called high earth orbit. A satellite revolving in an orbit above the earth surface will take around 24 hours to complete one revolution. We know that Earth also takes almost 24 hours for one revolution. If the satellite is revolving in an orbit parallel to the equator, the time of revolution from the Earth around itself and that for the satellite to revolve around the Earth being the same, the satellite will appear to be stationary with respect to the Earth. Second orbit, that is medium Earth orbit. If the height of the satellite orbit above the Earth surface is in between 2000 kilometers and 35,780 kilometers, the orbits are called medium Earth orbit. Geostationary satellites orbit above the equator. These are not useful in the study of polar regions. Third one is low Earth orbit. If the height of the satellite orbit above the Earth's surface is in between 180 kilometers and 2000 kilometers, the orbits are called low Earth orbits. The satellites used for scientific experiments and atmospheric studies revolving in low Earth orbit. Low Earth orbit satellites complete one revolution in around 90 minutes.